Hello guys, and welcome back. In today's video we're going to be planting amaranth. This is a very popular vegetable in Nigerian cuisine, and I think they call it callaloo in the Caribbeans. Yes, and it's quite popular with the Caribbeans as well. Yeah, I planted these in March, 24th of March, and look how well they're doing. They've been on the windowsill. So today I'm going to show you how I put these and made them grow to this extent, and how we can get from this now into bigger plants. So I got these seeds from Amazon. Yeah, I got these seeds. It says Dale's organic seeds harvested in the United Kingdom. Super green amaranth. Okay. So approximately 0.5 centimeter deep in fresh soil or compost in separate pots indoors or consistently warm conditions. Yeah, so I can use it by February of 2022, so next year. So I have to get all the seeds to be germinated this year. The seeds are so tiny. I'm going to try and open it up for you to see. Sorry, I'm doing everything with one hand. Yeah, they're very tiny seeds. You can see how small they are. So sometimes I use my common sense, and sometimes I go with the instructions, but sometimes I use my common sense. These seeds are so tiny. You just literally want to sprinkle them and maybe give them a little shake in the pot and let them do their job, because if you start to try to dig any holes, it might be too deep to get them to germinate. And this is a tropical plant. I told you that it's common in Nigeria, which is very hot and humid. So you want to create hot and humid conditions to start them off indoors. I usually have that with my radiator and my windowsill. So I have that combination of windowsill and radiator that creates sunlight during the day, dark in the night, and humid, and that encourages the seeds to germinate. Once they've germinated, and a couple of weeks time, I can then repot them and then wait for the weather to improve outside. And it is getting better now. We're in first week of April, but we had frost this morning, but the daytime temperature is really picking up, and I think that will soon begin to we'll soon begin to experience that in the night as well. So let's get planting. Stay tuned. So today I'm going to use recyclable material for the planting. This is like the can or the container for the fruits from the supermarket. I think I had grapes in here. Yeah, so I'm just going to put one that has holes in it. You can see that one has holes in it. Yeah, that one has the holes in it. And then I'm going to put it inside one that has no holes in it. Yeah, and that would add as a little reservoir of water, but not to sit the roots in water. Okay, so I'm gonna place one on top of the other. What some people do is put a little bit of paper towel on there to add as an extra layer before putting this one on top of it. Maybe that's a good idea, but we'll finish planting before we get to that stage. So let's add to this container my already mixed I always do half and half multi-purpose compost and potting on compost, and to that mixture I'm going to add a little bit of this spoonful of, or the spatula full of vermiculite and perlite each, and mix everything together very well. I'm just going to take scoops of that into this pot. They don't take too long to germinate, so 1 week, 2 weeks, you're going to get some results with these. And the seeds are so little, so what we're going to do is just to top that soil up, and then we just sprinkle and mix, and maybe go over with a little bit of soil on top of it. So now we got the soil in. This is so tiny, so I'm just going to get some onto my hands. I don't know if I have some already. I think I do, and I'm just going to go over there. They are so little that you don't want to just like, because you will have a cluster of plants, and potting them on would become a problem. So once you've done that, you just like go over the top with your hand so that some of them can go into the soil, so that they can establish more easily. And after that, I'm just going to I'm not using anything here. I'm just using my hands to just sprinkle over that with a little bit of compost, yeah, just to give them that darkness that they need to germinate. You know, they need the dark to germinate. You know, plants germinate in the dark, don't you? Yeah. So now it's all done. All we need to do is give that a good drink of water, and then put it on the windowsill or in a bright spot in your house where it can get a lot of sunshine. So that's been fed and watered now, so that will be going onto the windowsill. Okay, so we got the compost in the plant trays. Yeah, we got the compost in. So now we need to make space for those plants to come in. I'm just going to 1, 2. Leave enough space for the roots, because we want to put them in individual individual pots. Yep. And of course you can use the yogurt pots, you know, the little mini yogurts, the ones for children. Yeah, you can use those pots. So now I'm just going to looking after that plant, because they are so delicate, they are so tender and fragile. I'm going to turn that over, making sure that I'm getting hold of it. Yeah, and now it's time to separate them and get the individual seedlings and throw them in. Good. There we are. Oops. Okay, this is going to be so shocking. It's like teleporting them from one continent to another. We'll see how many of them survive the journey. I'll leave that one there. Oh my goodness, that's exactly the amount of seedlings I have. Oh, I've got one here, so I'll just pop that one into this one. And now it's time to top it up. Gently support them to stand upright as much as you can. And if they are looking too leggy, you can put a little bit of soil around them to give them some extra support. Some of them will be fine, some of them will not feel the stress of the journey, but others will be a little bit uncomfortable. Most will survive. If you live in Africa and you do not have access to these trays, you can definitely put these in yogurt pots. Yogurt pots, people use that here as well. And you can use newspaper. Oh, I've heard about newspaper. I've heard about eggshells. I've heard about I'm collecting my own eggshells at home as well. I've asked my children to keep all the eggshells when they fry their eggs for me. I've heard about I'll try to see if I can resuscitate this one. This was a rough journey for that one. So, and toilet paper roll, the roll inside the toilet paper, I've heard about that one as well. So those are different things you can use for your seedling pots. Yeah, and I'm going to do a video on that maybe soon. Yes, very soon. By the time you move your seedlings from the little pot to this one, you've already given them a much greater chance, because you are strengthening the root system by giving it more depth, yeah, allowing it to go deeper into the ground before it even gets into the actual ground. So your chances of this surviving would be much higher than if you just threw them out in the wild for the slugs and everything to get them. By the time they go out there now, they will be strong enough to withstand anything that comes their way. Oh, we're almost done. Come here, come here, come here. Oh, I don't want to mess about with your roots now. Okay. We'll see how many survives. We'll see. And this one just about crawling out of. We'll see if that one makes it. Yeah. Okay, so I have 2 empty pots. Let me just make sure that I've transplanted something in every pot here. Yep. So I've only got these 2 empty pots. I'll probably find some seedling to throw in there. So that's it done, guys. We have to give it water now, a good drink of water now, and it's all done. Now these are so delicate, so I'm not going to be pouring water, I'm going to be spritzing. Okay, I'm going to use my little spritzer thing to just dampen them a little bit, just to wake them up, because they look so tired. Okay, but they will be fine. Okay, it's for their best interest. Okay, off we go. So here they are, guys, the morning after on the windowsill, looking just happy and doing very well. Yeah. So yes, I just wanted to show you what they look like the morning after. Even that tiny one that looked like it was fainting, that one survived. So they all survived the journey. They're all looking happy. So and that's just a little update on the other plants. This is my okra. Look how tall it's grown, and some of the peppers. Look how tall they are. And I'm still trying to germinate a few other things on here as well. So anyway, guys, thank you for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned a thing or two. I loved green amaranth, and I'd love to have it in my garden during the summer, in my backyard. It makes me feel at home. It makes me feel like I'm back in Nigeria. Thank you for spending your time with me. I do not take your love for granted. I shall see you in the next one. Bye now.